Catherine Campbell with Wycott Realty, and this is part 2 of Hey Banks, What Are You Doing?
And I'm Sally Zatkoff with Wycott Realtors, and we just wanted to come back and do an update on what had been happening with our short sales that we started talking about the last time we were here, and just kind of keep making noise about it so that we can see some positive changes eventually. That's what our hope is.
That's exactly right.
So the last time we talked, you were in the process of doing a short sale, and you had some issue with getting some information from the bank and hearing one thing and not being able to.
I did.
One of the things was they said they weren't going to do your commissions, they weren't going to pay commissions, and also you weren't sure whether or not you were even going to settle.
Exactly.
Because you were waiting on that. I had a couple of situations where I was trying to get a short sale started, and I couldn't get the packet into the bank, and I had submitted it several times to 2 different numbers and kept being told that the short sale packet had not been received. Was told that that there was a foreclosure date that had been set, and because of that, there was a 15-day window, and that 15-day window had passed, and so that the short sale was not even possible at this point, and so foreclosure was imminent. However, since then, my clients have called the bank and worked something out with them, and supposedly the bank says that the foreclosure has been postponed or extended to a later date, and now we could potentially have keep working through the short sale. I didn't necessarily believe that what they told my clients, and we're talking about IndyMac here, would be the same thing that IndyMac would tell me. So I followed up this morning, as a matter of fact, with a call to IndyMac, and actually was told that they did receive my short sale packet of 108 pages, and that there was no foreclosure date set. So it looks like maybe we're going to be starting, that short sale. We'll see. A BPO has been ordered, and we'll see what happens with that. There is a second trust, however, and now City Mortgage claims that they had never received the short sale packet either. So now that was from October 15th. So we're going to probably kind of face that similar situation with them. So now what's going on with your short sale?
Well, my short sale, luckily, is actually been approved. So we are settling on Thursday, although it's never sold until it's settled. The bad news, or the news that's not so happy, is that the clients are really still upset. The gentleman was here in Northern Virginia. His wife and 2 children are back in North Carolina. She's calling him every day saying, why isn't this happening? What's going on? Why are they dragging their feet? So he's feeling pressure from his wife, and he was very frustrated that we didn't settle 2 weeks ago. So although we are settling, and that's good news, we still don't have a happy client in the end, because they just feel like they were dragged around for 3 months before this finally settled.
Mm-hmm. Because they didn't have all the information, because they were told one thing and then they were told something else. And part of that is why we're doing this, because we feel like there is no streamlined process in place where you can give information to your client, whether they're the buyer or the seller, and know that that information is valid, and that that's going to be the same information you're going to get in 2 days from then or a week from then. That's not necessarily the case. So that's
no, and you lose credibility, because one time you tell them they don't have all the documents. The next time you tell them it's waiting for a second signature.
Mm-hmm.
The next time you talk to them, they're going to release all of these in a block. Mm-hmm. So it's your credibility that's being affected, because you're always telling your client something different.
Well, that's true. And I have my other short sale where it's been 2 months. And I did have a negotiator assigned. That negotiator I never actually spoke to, because I would call and her voicemail was full and I couldn't leave a message, and I had sent emails, but those emails were never responded to. Just recently I found out that a new negotiator has been assigned. However, it's not what they call a phase 2 negotiator. It appears that it's still just a phase 1 negotiator. I don't know why we have a new negotiator. I just know that it's been 2 months. A negotiator has been assigned, a new negotiator has been assigned, and there's still no communication. And I tried sending them an email, that got bounced back to me, called to confirm the email address, got it confirmed. However, it's still getting bounced back to me. Phone number, voicemail is full, can't leave a message. So it's that frustrating thing, and I think we feel it. I think our clients feel it. I had a client text me today saying, I just feel like I've been I've been hostage for the last several months, so that's really frustrating. And that, again, without credibility, you're right, because you keep thinking, okay, we've got to be almost there, and then you have to go back and say, well, actually, we're not there yet, and so, but there's not much that we can do about it, but what we're doing right now, which is talking about it and keep talking about it until hopefully we can come back and have some positive information, some positive news that maybe the banks have finally kind of pull their stuff together and have come up with some kind of process that things are moving a little bit more streamlined, things go a little bit more smoothly, and people really know what to expect, so that you don't have the frustration, so you don't lose credibility, and so that the market doesn't die, because, real estate is just such an important area. I mean, it affects so many different areas in the economy, so it's not something that you want to, just leave in the hands of people that are not taking really good care of the management of the short sale process, because I think it's having a huge impact on our economy right now.
Absolutely.
So
It really is.
So we want to just keep coming back. We want to keep asking the bank, what are you doing to improve the short sales? What are you doing to keep the economy flowing? What are you doing about all of these buyers and sellers who are kind of left in limbo, trying to figure out what the next step is, and when are you going to have a process in place that we can count on?
And the other thing, no matter how hard you try and prepare your buyers or your sellers for this process being nebulous at best, they still want to know what's going on. And the fact that we can't tell them what's going on because the banks won't tell us what's going on makes them very, very frustrated.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully we're going to, keep talking about this. We're going to keep making noise about this. We're going to keep putting out what our experiences has been throughout the process. And hopefully, we're going to hear from you. If you have stories you'd like to share, we'd love to have you on. Share your stories with us. If you have questions, you can always email us, or you can always give us a call at 703-509-8344 is my cell number. I'm Sally Zatkoff with Weichert. And Kathy?
Yes, my cell phone number is 703-220-6077.
So we'd love to hear from you, and we thank you again for listening in today. Thanks.